Now already you have seen call by value method. Now I will show you what is call by address. In call by address, I have same code here. Now I'll make some modification to make this code for call by address. See, main function is having x and y variables and it is sending them to swap function. So it will not send the values. Now it will send the addresses. Ampersand means the address of a variable. So it will send the addresses of these variables to swap function. Then who can take addresses? You know well that the variables who store addresses, which variables use for storing addresses? Yes, pointer variables. So these must be pointers. So I should declare them with star to make them as pointers. Now the formal parameters are pointers, actual parameters are addresses of variables. Then inside this one, for swapping, I will not be swapping these addresses, but I will be swapping the data. So A is a pointer to X and B is a pointer to Y. So when I say A, it's the address of X. But when I say star A, the data of X. So I should write star here, star A, that is dereference the pointer. Now this code is for call by address. So I have made changes so you can see how the changes are made. This is call by address. Now let us see the working of this program. Now really that swap function will modify the values from 1020 to 2010. It will swap them. This swap function can access actual parameters and it can modify them. Let us see the working, how it executes. Let us start main function entry point. So first the variables x and y are created. So x is created in the memory and y is also created in the memory inside the stack. So let us say the address of this is 200 and 201 and this is 210 and 211. Just randomly I am giving the addresses, though they are side by side in the memory. Now this is the activation record of main function. This is for main. Now next is swap function is called. Addresses of x and y, that is 200 and 210, are sent here. So who are A and B and temp? These are the variables of swap. So the activation record for swap is also created. This is for swap and it will have the variables A, B and temp. Now what is copied in A? What is being passed from here? Ampersand. So address of A is copied here, that is 200. It means this is a pointer to this one. So 210, it's a pointer to this one. Temp is a normal data variable. Now the function is called. Already we have seen that the activation records are created. Now let us see next what happens. See, the first line is a temp assign star A. In temp star A is 200, star A is 10 is copied here. Then star A assigns star B. Star A means asterisk A. Here asterisk B is copied. So that is 20. So this becomes 20. Then star B assigned temp. Asterisk B assigned temp. So this is star B. This is B and this is star B. So temp is copied here. So you can see that this function is accessing the variables of main function. Yes, we know that one function cannot access the variables of another function, but it is possible through pointers. Through pointers it is possible. So this is called by address mechanism. So pointer gives a power to a function to access the parameters of a calling function. So that function is accessing x and y. Now end of this function, come back, see out x, y. So what's the value in x? 20. And what's the value in y? 10. Yes, they are changed. From 10 it became 20, from 20 it became 10. So their values has changed. Who has changed these values? Swap function. So that's it. This is called by address. If you want any function to modify the actual parameters, then you can go for call by address mechanism. And one more thing, it's not necessary that both the variables must be called by address only. One variable called by value, one variable called by address, or one variable called by reference. You can take it like this also. It all depends on your requirement. So further we will see where call by addresses are useful.